Welcome to DCHL Feature Game of the Week. I'm your host, Suds, filling in for Cal Moskowskis this week. Here with Josh Kump, captain of the Slashing Pumpkins, who are involved in the feature game today against the First Ladies. Now, it's a very unusual setup here. We're going against a travel team, all-ladies travel team. Yep. How do you game plan for that, Josh?
So I think the biggest thing is to not get too crazy about anything. You know, we're going to play our game. We're going to go out there. I think we're going to go hard in the first, go hard in the second. I think we've got the numbers on them, so we're really going to try to grind them down. You know, really go out hard, get a lot of shots on net. I think that's going to be a key to the game, is getting shots on net, getting traffic in the crease, and playing our game.
Now, question: have you seen any of the First Ladies game against the other teams in rec division?
I have.
Yeah. Okay. And your opinions on how they played so far?
They're a fast team. They're a skilled team. They play together. They play a very good game. Great passing. But I think the big thing is it's just we've got good defense. We play as a team too, so I think we're well matched against them. I'm excited to see what happens tonight.
Terrific. There you go, Josh Kump of the Slashing Pumpkins coming up here. The feature game very shortly. It's the Slashing Pumpkins against the First Ladies. We'll be back in 2 and 2. All right, now we're here with the assistant captain of the First Ladies travel team, Bob Liesenfeld. Is that
Woo!
right? I got it right. There you go.
Our
Bob,
camera woman is the First Lady fan.
right. Bob, thank you for being here. First season ever for First Ladies playing as a team in our DCHL rec division. What's it been like so far?
It's been awesome. I think every team that we play thinks it's a bunch of girls and they're going to walk all over us. And we haven't won yet. We've tied a couple, but we really do give them a fight every time. I think they're really surprised, and they obviously have to fight for their win.
Now, a question for you. Obviously, this is a goal in mind to help you get better and more battle-tested for the travel tournaments. Is it helping you out?
I think it's totally helping because we don't normally play with each other, and we're so used to playing with guys that we kind of take like the subordinate role in some of the playmaking, and like we have to learn how to be the playmakers ourselves. And I think playing with all women helps with the chemistry. It helps us take the initiative to get like the play started and be the ones to take the shots and be the ones to carry the ball, and I think it's been really, really helpful.
That's great. Well, you guys have done very well so far, giving every team pretty much a scare all the way throughout the season out there. Good luck out there, and we'll see you back with the play-by-play of this feature game between the First Ladies and Slashing Pumpkins momentarily. With Jason Sticker, they'll go away.
Let's go First Ladies!
Thank you, Suds, and with that, we begin DCHL feature game action between the Slashing Pumpkins in green and the First Ladies in black. I'm your play-by-play man, Jason Stitcha. Face-off initially won to the side by the First Ladies. Slashing Pumpkins, though, trying to make a push in the offensive zone. Doesn't happen initially. Second effort, though, is quickly thwarted as well. Jen McCauley dumps it in. Molly Siders quickly dumps it right back out. Kieran with a nice play and trying to push in, but Wendy Jason with the poke there, able to break up the Slashing Pumpkins' attempted rush. They do gain the offensive zone in the end, however, but the First Ladies making it very difficult for the Pumpkins to get any shots on net. Indeed, no shots on net thus far to start the game. Jen McCauley pressuring into the zone. Tried to pass it. Shots saved by Eileen. Shot there coming from Doug. Another shot from Doug. But in the end, Eileen Richardson is able to make the save both times. The First Ladies are the travel team for the DCHL. Not a single man among their ranks. And they are going against the co-ed team of the Slashing Pumpkins. First Ladies, some initial struggles to start the season, but really finding their groove here as the season goes on. This is their first season in rec division, or any of the divisions for that matter. Prior to this season, they've only been going to tournaments, but in an effort to gain chemistry and, we'll say, bond as a team, they have decided to join as a full squad here in the DCHL. Wiley Ruberg trying to make something happen out of nothing, but in the end, Collins able to jam a shot towards the net. It's blocked down before it gets to Eileen, however. Hit out by Wiley. This looks like it'll go for icing, and indeed it will. Wiley Ruberg trying to run it down, win the race, but in the end, she's just a step too slow. With that, the Ball will be dropped all the way back in the First Ladies' defensive zone. Eileen in net for the First Ladies, as previously mentioned. Mark in nets for the Slashing Pumpkins. Slashing Pumpkins win the draw to the side, but Allison Cheatham's able to bang it to the boards. It's behind the First Ladies' net now. Jessica Nayrod trying to jam it further up the boards, but nothing doing there. Nice pass by Jen McCulley. Doug with the backhand attempt, but it went wide of the net. Jen tried to jam toward the net. Successful it is. It does go off of Eileen's pads. That one doesn't. Jess Kalmanson able to stop it there. Wiley Ruberg now with control is able to bang it up. It's going to go for icing again, it looks like. Gotta love the hustle, though, by Wiley. Even when it looks like there's no hope of getting there in time, she still puts forth 100% effort. Just under 12 minutes to play in the first period. Wendy Jason with control. Her clearing attempt bounced off of Doug's chest. It's still in play. No, it's out now. Joanne trying to hold up so that her team could get back, but nothing doing there. The First Ladies continuing the pressure in the offensive zone now, trying to gain a little bit of sustained zone time. They do not succeed. Doug loses control of it, went under his feet. Colin can't touch it or else it would have been offsides. Nikki Decoy jams it up to Barb. Barbara attempted pass to Cindy. It's broken up. Kieran of the Slashing Pumpkins now trying to go into neutral. No success there. Wendy wasn't quite back on side. Couldn't touch it. She's able to do so now legally. But Sabi trying to make something happen. It's offside. And Sabi could not advance any further. First Ladies with a lot of time to work with. Molly Siders bringing the puck up. Jams it into the zone. Tried to anyway. Was held up. Nice pass to Ben. Shot saved by Eileen. Another shot by Ben. And that one's going to find the back of the net. Ben from Sabi is the call. Initial shot is saved by Eileen, but not enough help on the defensive side by the First Ladies to clear it out and help their netminder. And Ben, off a pass from Sabi, is able to find Twine. 1-0 now in favor of the Slashing Pumpkins. We got a little bit of a stoppage of play here as everyone a little confusion here. I believe that the First Ladies are calling for a member of the Slashing Pumpkins to change his or her shirt color as it is too close to black. The opposing captain can request a color scheme change. Quick shot there. Oh, it's up in the air, and it's going to find the back of the net somehow. A shot that deflected high was over the netminder's head. Mark couldn't locate it, and it bounced behind him. Wiley from Allison is the call. And just like that, it is a 1-1 game. Doug pressuring into the zone, quickly hit out by Jess. Wiley Ruberg again pressuring. But Collins able to break it up, gets it forward, which played just offside. Wiley using her speed and using her physicality to get to that ball and making sure that the Pumpkins cannot advance in the other direction. Play in the corner now. Collin with control. Good pressure by Allison Cheatham. She continues to forecheck very hard and keep the play in the corner. Allison tried to get it to Wiley, nothing doing there. And it will come out into neutral. Sari, who's subbing for the First Lady, she's not a full-time member, but due to a lack of numbers, First Ladies calling upon her to fill in today. Jess Kalmanson dumps it into the offensive zone. Wendy Jason on the rush. That front bar with a shot, and it goes behind the net. Good offensive zone pressure by the First Ladies. Nikki Decoy kicks it in, keeps it in play. Colin able to muscle his way out into neutral. Play continuing in the corner. Nikki Decoy jams it up, intended for Barb. It gets by her, and it's on Kieran's stick now. Oh, nice poke by Barb. Kieran tried to do a stick handling move around her, but Barb wasn't having any of it. Kieran finally able to gain control. He gets it out of the zone successfully. Runs into Nikki Decoy. Incidental contact is the ruling. A quick shot by Sabi. It's saved by Eileen. She's down. Was able to get back up. Ball came out of the zone, so she was safe from any immediate danger. Looks like this will go for icing. And indeed it will. Good hustle by Barb to try and beat the icing, but nothing doing. And that'll force it all the way back once again in the First Lady zone. Fast and frantic action here in this feature game matchup. Ben looking to win the faceoff for the Pumpkins. Drops it back to Sabi, but a low and slow shot is easily seen and saved by Eileen. So we'll do it again in the exact same faceoff dot. 6:45 and counting now in the first. Wiley tried to jam it out of the zone, couldn't do it. Good keep by Josh, but Wiley on the second effort is able to kick it away. Good hustle by Wiley. Out of the zone now, Sabi trying to take it the other way. He's got Jen McCauley with him. Tried to pass it to Ben instead, but it went through his feet, and Jess passes it to Wiley now. Wiley with the quick shot, saves, and it was loose for a moment. Nice job of crashing the net by Jess Kalmanson, but she is not able to jam it, or poke it rather, into the net. The score remains 1-1 with 6 to play in the first. Face-off win by the Pumpkins. A little tie-up in traffic there, but Kieran's able to jam it out of the zone to Jen McCauley. Jen McCauley trying to push forward, but Sari's there for it. Kieran to Doug. Doug is held up along the sideboards. Couldn't make much happen. Forced to drop it into the corner for Kieran. Sari with control. Now tries to jam it to Allison. Play succeeds in forcing it into neutral. But the Pumpkins already back on side. That one's not going to go for icing. Referee's ruling it was deflected. Allison Cheatham on the forecheck there. Play continuing here in the zone. Mark pokes it aside. Jess is able to keep it in for the First Ladies. Swings it toward the net. Kieran's able to get it out of danger. Molly Satter's going to run this one down. But it's going to go for icing. So First Ladies get a bit of a break there. And they will enjoy the benefits of an offensive zone draw. One game so far. First Ladies looking to make it 2-1 here. Cindy Lodge wins the initial faceoff, jams it toward the net for Barb, but she couldn't get there in time to put a shot on goal. Nikki Decoy working to keep it in the zone. Molly tried to help her out, couldn't get there in time, and now Colin, with some help, jams it toward the front of the net, but too far ahead of his teammates. And so the Pumpkins forced to retreat and regroup way back in their own defensive zone. Colin, the center, it actually goes all the way across. Shot on net, oh, tipped aside. Doug was there for any rebound, but he didn't react quickly enough. Barb's running this one down. She's going to get there in time. Jam toward the front of the net. Good read by Mark. He steers it aside with his goalie stick. High in the sky it goes. Barb's there. She's going to put a shot on net. Towards the net, actually, but doesn't get anywhere near the crease. Barb, frustrating again. Oh, pass to Cindy. Shot by Wendy, not just once, but twice. Mark's able to make the save both times. First Ladies having A lot of time in the offensive zone. They continue to forecheck very hard. Nikki with a shot towards the net, but Josh is able to bat it down. Finally gets out of the zone. Nikki will hold up. She jams it back. And back and forth we go through neutral. First ladies are offside. They can't touch it legally. Josh to Sabi. Sabi moving toward the nets along the boards there. Swung aside, not a single slashing pumpkin in sight. So Nikki had a lot of time to get to the bar, but comes out of the zone. Josh pinned against the wall. Good job by Barb and not giving him any room to work with. Molly hits it out quickly, and Joanne's forced to run it down along the boards. Turned over to Wendy's shot. Good block by Josh in front of his netminder. Generally not a good idea to screen your own goalie, but if you are, you better block the shot in front, and Josh certainly did that. Joanne with control now. First lady's giving her space to work with. First lady's yelling for pressure. It was initially batted down by Cindy, but it went behind her anyway. Siri, shot towards the net, blocked by Wiley. Didn't get through traffic there. Jen McCauley held up by Jess Nayrod. She's got a bit of room to work with, jams it toward the net, but Josh forced to hit it forward. Colin with a bit of a breakaway here. Good back checking by Sari though. First lady's wise to pick her up for this game. Sari saving a potential goal there. Looked like Colin had a clean breakaway, but Sari was able to back check in the nick of time and hold up the shots. Ball comes out to neutral. Ben's having difficulty pressuring into the zone. First ladies playing very tenaciously against the slashing pumpkins. Creating chances for themselves. Forechecking, back checking, you name it, they're doing it. Jess is able to keep it in play. Not just once, but twice. Ben, though, able to at least get to neutral. Jess holds up and then tries to swing around. Jen McCauley holding her up. Sari, though, able to help out her first lady's teammate. Wiley Ruberg tried to move with it, but it was at her feet. Nothing doing there. Play along the near boards. Comes out, and Kieran's going to have to run it down. Swung aside to Wiley. Couldn't get to it before Joanne did, however. Wiley's able to tap it in the zone. Joanne has little time to work with. 14 seconds on the clock and counting. Allison tried to put a shot toward the net. Didn't get enough on the blade of her stick, however. Sari tried to jam it out. Went off of Kieran's knee and toward the net. Eileen covers it up. We're not going to have another draw as the buzzer does toll and the period doth end. Score heading into the second period of play is 1-1. We'll have stats for you in the second, but for now we're going to throw it down to Suds, and he will have an interview with a player from one of these two teams. See you for the second period of action in a moment.
All right, here with Kieran, the captain of the Slashing Pumpkins. So far, Kieran, it's been a 1-1 game. What have you seen so far on the floor in terms of playing our all-ladies travel team and what do you have to adjust to fight? I know it's very tough for you guys. It's a kind of a different game. What do you have to do?
We underestimated the speed a little bit. We came out guns a-blazing, used most of our energy right in the first 5 minutes or so. We need to play a little bit smarter, connect some passes, I think is what it is. They're beating us at the dump and chase game.
Now, question for you. Obviously, they got a pretty good forecheck. Forechecking you creating turnovers as well, too. What do you got to do to turn that around and get goals in their end?
Open up for passes. That's what it is. Once we get possession in the defensive zone, we got to open up for passes and receive those passes.
Terrific. Well, good luck out there. Second period, we're back here momentarily with Jason Sticka, and period number 2 of action here momentarily. Don't go away.
Thank you for that informing and entertaining interview, Suds. I'm your play-by-play man, Jason Stitcha. Second period of play has begun between the Slashing Pumpkins in green and the First Ladies in black. The score is 1-1 right now. You should see the stats on your screen. Hat tip to the DCHL production crew for that. We live to serve you, the viewer, here in the DCHL. Molly tried to keep it in play there, couldn't do so. It's now swung out. Nikki, her clearing attempt to stop by Sabi, put towards the net. Eileen steers it aside with her stick. Play continues in that corner. Cleared out into neutral. Wendy Jason, some space to work with now. She holds up, uses Cindy for a screen for a moment, but couldn't get a shot towards the net, didn't get through traffic. Played out now, the Pumpkins on the rush. Good back checking by Nikki though, able to hold up, not just once but twice the attempted pass. That one does go to Collins' shot, and what a save by Eileen. It was just Colin and Eileen wins that battle there, able to smother it up in her pads and prevent any rebound from trickling out. Outstanding work by Eileen Richardson, the goalie for the First Ladies. Tie up at the faceoff dot. Jen McCulley's able to keep it in play. Josh swings it behind the net. Siri's gonna tap it out into a more safe area. Tries to clear it. Does not succeed. Another good keep by Josh. And looks like we're gonna have a stoppage here of some sort. Looks like the ball may have hit the canvassing. That's halting play, or maybe the backboard. So with that, we're gonna have a face-off draw right below us. Won by the First Ladies, but Joanne's able to hit it forward for the Pumpkins. Pumpkins advancing, or the First Ladies, beg your pardon, advancing into the offensive zone now. Just an A-Rod with a shot attempt. Kept in by Sari. Jams it toward the net. Allison looking for the rebound there. It goes behind though, so she has to hold up and try to pass it to one of her teammates. Get out of the zone. Sari drops it back for Jessica Nayrod. As Kalmanson couldn't get to it in time, Sari has to hold up once more while her teammates get back on side. Sari plays it back for Al. Oh, referee Kevin Shea getting in the way for a moment, inadvertently of course, but it happens. Cleared out to Ben. Ben swing and a miss. He was offside. Referee's gonna let it go. Allison passing it to Jess. Play along the boards nearest us now. Josh holds up, swings it to Colin. Colin bats it down. Oh, Jess tried to keep it in with her feet. Whiffed on it, however, but Sherry's able to bail her out and jam it down. There's going to be a shot on net here while the First Ladies were offside, so I believe it'll come all the way down in their defensive zone. And it doesn't appear so, as a matter of fact. The referee's ruling that play should stay here. No. Will indeed go all the way back into their defensive zone. Referee Tom Van Haren with the call there. Won by the Pumpkins. They jam it toward the faceoff dot again, but Barb's able to hit it out of the zone. Davin able to clear it out. First Ladies trying to get it out of their defensive zone. Nikki's able to get it to Barb. Barb's able to get it out of the zone finally. But out it comes again. Slashing Pumpkins doing a better job so far this period and breaking up the First Ladies' rushes and zone time. Play continuing along the near boards there. Wendy Jason able to dump it deep. A little physicality in the corner. Nothing approaching penalty territory. Nikki holds up at center, is able to whack it down again. But stolen and taken the other way by the Pumpkins. Shot toward the net, doesn't go on it, goes behind it as a matter of fact. Molly Siders with control. Hits it around for Nikki. Kind of an odd bounce. It goes off the side of the net. Molly's able to get it out of danger, and Barb's able to push forward. Pass for Wendy. Shot. No. Pass for Barb. It goes toward the net. It's loose, but not loose enough. Mark able to cover it up in the nick of time as Barb had turned around and found the puck, but this will remain a 1-1 game, though the First Ladies will enjoy an offensive zone draw once everyone gets settled. Win by the First Ladies. Oh, hit the crossbar, it looked like. Sari with the shot from the faceoff win there. Joanne trying to get out of zone. Sari keeps it in. And Sari tries to push forward here. But good work by Doug, able to force it out of the zone. He's going to try and put a shot on net himself. Nothing there. He gets it to Ben. Ben couldn't find it. It went at his feet. Play along the sideboards. Ben, oh, shots. Another shot, and Eileen was able to cover it up for the whistle. I believe that was Doug with the last shot there before the stoppage. 8 minutes, 9 seconds and counting in the period. Still a 1-1 game, a tie up at the faceoff dot. Pumpkin's able to get it to Doug. He puts a shot on net, but Eileen's able to make the save and prevent a rebound from coming out again. Karen, lots of room to work with, puts the shot on net. Nothing doing there. Chipped into the corner nearest us. Just Canarod working hard, trying to dig it out and trying to give the First Lady something to work with. It goes toward the net, and Eileen will cover it up. Better safe than sorry with the 1-1 game here. Another face-off win by the Pumpkins. Doug tried to get it to the point, but Wiley read the play nicely. Was able to move forward with it. Allison Cheatham working hard along the sideboards. Pumpkins able to get out of their zone, but Wiley, what a chance there. Good back checking by the Pumpkins to break up a rush. But some life for the First Ladies in a period where they have not had many shots on net. Another shot toward the net. Sari stops it before it gets to Eileen. She's going to hammer it out of the zone. Josh cross center and dumped it, so it's not going to be icing, though the Pumpkins are offside, so they have to retreat backward anyway. Wendy Jason tried to get control. Good play by Colin. Going back to Cindy Lodge. She tried to make a play. Sari with an attempted poke there. It finally finds its way back to Cindy. She's able to poke it around. Good forward checking by Barb. She's able to get it to Cindy. Cindy with the shot towards the net. It doesn't get through traffic, but Wendy Jason continues to try and locate any rebound that comes to her. None came there. Oh, shot, it's loose. Barb with a quality chance there. Mark able to make the save and steer the rebound to the corner. Nikki working hard. She takes a spill. Finally comes out of the zone. First Ladies have to run back for it. They do. But not before the Pumpkins are able to gain possession. The couldn't pull the trigger on the shots. Goes around into the nearest corner. Cindy Lodge comes in to pinch in and help out, but chooses instead to back off at the last moment to cut off the pass. Still stuck along the sideboards. Miley Sider's working hard, trying to force it out of the zone, or at least tie the man up, which she's doing a good job of. Dumped deep again by the Pumpkins. Cindy Lodge could not clear it from the zone, but it goes to Wendy Jason's stick. She's able to bring it to neutral, cross the center. She's going to push all the way in the offensive zone here. Couldn't get a shot or a pass off, but at least was able to force the Pumpkins to run on their heels for a bit. Starting pass for Sabi, shot saved by Lee. Still not out of the zone. Barb couldn't get out there either. Molly has a little bit of space to work with, not much. She chooses to swing it around to Nikki. Nikki, all the way down it goes, and that's an easy icing call for the refs to make. You know it's a clear-cut icing when the players do not argue about it. .345 left in the second period of play. Still a 1-1 tie. Both goaltenders playing well. Pumpkins this period have had a majority of the chances. First Ladies have had a couple. And they're looking for more. Davin shot. Doesn't get through traffic. Siri with the stop there. Davin's going to have another crack at it, but Siri able to get up to Wiley. Good play by the Pumpkins, but Wiley still able to jam it further into the zone. Davin will have some time and space to work with. Jams up the boards, icing eligible, and good speed by Sari.
Yes, Sari, nice move.
She's able to get there. The icing was beaten, but Sari was able to gain possession. Good hustle by the Pumpkins there. They're in the offensive zone once more. Skanarod trying to get it away from Doug. Doug's able to win that battle, puts a backhand shot towards the net. Then McCulley off the rebound off the backboard, but Eileen's able to steer it aside. Out to neutral it comes again. Davin's forced to dump it due to the pressure by the First Ladies. And Allison Cheatham was just offside. And that'll force a stoppage of play with 2:20 and counting to go. We do have a running clock here in the DCHL, except in very special circumstances, which we are very far away from. Face-off win by the Pumpkins. They try to dump it deep, nothing doing there. Davin has to force, or is forced to run back into his own defensive zone to chase after it. Deflected, so no icing. Play will continue uninterrupted. First Ladies quickly able to get to the zone. Jeff Carlinson tried to hit it out, nothing doing there. Skanarod now. With a little help from the back heel of Jen McCulley, was able to get it to Wiley Ruberg, but it's still in the defensive zone. Now it's out. Joanne couldn't keep it in for the Pumpkins. First Ladies trying to push into the offensive zone. They're able to do so, but only for a moment. It comes out. Sari stops it from getting any deeper. Has to hold up, though, while the First Ladies touch back onside. Allison Cheatham dumps it deep, runs after it, tries to be Karen to it. Nothing doing there. Good keep by Cindy. Cindy jams toward the net. Oh, Barb with the shots. Goes high over the nets. Kieran with control. Is able to get by Allison. Just killing time now, under a minute to go. Barb trying to make something happen. Allison with a shot, or a chance for a shot, but she couldn't pull the trigger in time. Nikki couldn't keep it in. It's going to come out. Molly Siders has to hold up. Goes deep into the zone. Sabi with the pressure. Nikki trying to hold it up in the corner. 20 seconds to go. Still a 1-1 game. First Ladies trying to prevent a goal against to close out this period. And it looks like play is still held up along the sideboards. Ball is still moving, and finally it's stationary enough to where the referees blow the whistle for 3, 2, and 1 second, and that'll do it for the second period, folks. A 1-1 game as we head into the third period. We're going to throw it down to Suds for another enthralling player of the game interview. See you in a moment for the third period of play.
All right, here with Wendy, Jason, playing for the First Ladies here. Obviously, you know, already tired and sweating and running up storm here so far. Good game as we speak here. The score is 1-1. What do you have to do to get that big goal?
I think we just keep doing what we're doing. I think we're playing great. We're playing solid on D. Offense is helping out the D better than I think we ever have. We just keep pushing, getting the rebounds. I think maybe we can hustle a little more there, but otherwise I think we're doing awesome.
Terrific. One question. Forecheck has been a mainstay so far.
Yeah.
You guys have created turnovers, got shots on goals well too. What do you have to do on the back end to make sure they don't score a goal? What do you have to do on the back end so far?
You know, I'm not really seeing any huge holes. That just might be my own ignorance, but I think we just need to keep spread out. We're maybe covering the points a little better than we have been. Otherwise, I think we're doing awesome. So.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Good luck out there. We'll see you for period number 2 of action with Jason Stick upstairs momentarily. Thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Third period of action here between the Slashing Pumpkins in green and the First Ladies in black. You see the stats through 2 periods on your screen right now. Hat tip again to the DCHL production crew. And thank you in particular to Suds for that player of the game or player interview during intermission. Play back and forth through the neutral zone so far. Nikki has control. Is able to get it back out to neutral again. Neither team with a solid shot so far, but it's still early in the third. I expect that will change here very shortly. Ball goes high above the boards. Play continues though, uninterrupted. Molly Siders trying to crash the net here, or rather get to the ball and get it out away from the danger zone. First Lady's having difficulty right now. Finally comes out. Will this go for icing? It doesn't appear so. Barb with the forecheck. Oh, quick shot attempt rather by Cindy. She couldn't get it through traffic, however. Josh with the block there. Barb shot from a tough angle. I think Mark got a piece of it. Play continues along the board. Josh tried to pull the trigger there on a clear attempt and either held up or just kind of jammed his stick down on the floor to try and fake the player out. Down it goes, no icing. Play continues here, uninterrupted. Once again, Barb with the good forecheck. Wendy tried to put a shot towards the net, but it was deflected. Batted down by Jess Kalmanson. She's going to jam it towards the net, but it goes just wide through the crease. Gets her own rebound, gets up to Wendy. Wendy, shot! But again, doesn't get through traffic. The Pumpkins doing a very good job in clogging up the shooting lanes and helping out their netminder. Jess is able to keep it in there. First Ladies having some sustained time in the offensive zone. Jerry keeps it in there, pulls the trigger on a shot, blocked down by Davin. Sabi trying to finally clear it into neutral, but could not do so. Once again, a good keep by Sari. It's finally out now, and Sabi will move the other way. Bit of dump and chase there. It came behind center, it looked like, so it's going to go all the way down for icing. Good idea, but the execution not there. So the First Ladies, once again, will enjoy the benefits of an offensive zone draw. Went back to Jess Nayrod, shot. Mark's able to stop it with his stick. Allison Cheatham now in the corner trying to get it up to Wiley. She's wide open at the faceoff dot there, but instead play goes in the other direction. Jess keeps it in once more. Joanne bats it down, and looks like there's going to be a call of some sort here. Be interesting to see what it is. You will see the penalty on your screen, folks. I couldn't tell what the call was from my vantage point, but it looks like it's going to be on the Slashing Pumpkins. So the First Ladies have their first power play of the game. Pumpkins successfully able to ice it off the stick of Jen McCulley. All the way down it goes. Eileen came out of the net. Jen McCulley trying to wrap around. No goal, it went off the post. Eileen might have kicked it aside as well. And I think Nikki's going to be assessed a sliding penalty. Saved the goal, saved the shorthanded goal against, but it's at the expense of an infraction, so she will spend 2 minutes on the bench to think about what she's done. And we will enjoy some 4-on-4 hockey action. Pumpkins win the draw. Doug trying to create some space for himself. No one to pass it to, and good job by the First Ladies in not giving him anything to work with there. Neither team can ice it right now, at least legally speaking, as it's even strength play. Ben, pass, shot, and a goal! Good communication between Ben and Doug, and Doug's going to be credited with the goal. And that'll put the Slashing Pumpkins up 2-1. It's a 4-on-4 even strength goal. .9:15 to go and counting in the third, and the First Ladies now need to create some offense for themselves if they hope to tie this game back up. Didn't take them long after the first goal against to score a goal of their own. We'll see if that trend repeats itself here. Colin dumps it deep. All the way down it goes. And 5-on-4 play now. Because it was a 4-on-4 even strength goal, both penalties were live, and that one's going to trickle through Eileen's 5-hole for the third goal of the game in favor of the Slashing Pumpkins. Tough play there. Nice little bit of stick work by Kieran. Able to deke out the netminder and put it in the back of the goal. Eileen not happy about the play. The goal does stand. So a couple quick goals this time in favor of the Slashing Pumpkins. Put them up 3-1 with 8 minutes to play. First Ladies continuing to battle hard, not letting those 2 goals get in their heads. Their forechecking, as it has all game, is superb. And their back checking as well. Look at that. Not giving them anything to work with. Quickly collapsing into the passing lanes and putting the rush in the other direction. Offside are the First Ladies, so they can't do anything to push in the offensive zone. Comes back around. Sari with control. Up to Colin. He tries to pull the trigger. His shot was blocked. His second shot is saved by Eileen. Poked again. This time Sabi had a chance at it, but Cindy's able to ice it down. No icing as Mark chooses to play it forward. They're down. Not enough for an icing here. Doesn't go far enough due to the efforts of Jess and Sari. Wiley Ruberg forechecking, trying to win the battle in the corner.
I just got an interview.
Wiley. Into the slot. Looking for a pass there. She's wide open, but the First Ladies couldn't get it to her. Jess couldn't keep it in play, and now a 2-on-1 developing here. Good job by Sari in cutting off the angle, though, and ooh, nice steal by her as well. She jams it up, intended for Wiley. No icing here. Gavin has control. Wiley again, forechecking superbly. Not able to keep it in play there, but she continues to work hard every single shift. Allison with the forecheck there. First Ladies offside. That is Doug with control. Nikki comes around. Kept in by Doug. Poked out by Nikki with a little help from Wiley. Wiley has control again, but a good stick lift by Doug is able to stop her rush before it even begins. Molly Siders couldn't pull the trigger in time. Tried to bring it to her forehand, but unsuccessful in doing so. Nikki tried to clear it out. Jen McCulley's able to keep it in, but Jess Kalmanson able to find the loose ball and hit it past the opposing player and out to neutral. Wiley at the point, tried to pass to the center, nothing doing there. Gavin tried to clear it out. Nikki couldn't keep it in place, so Molly has to run it down. She's going to get there in time. Ben's able to keep it in. Tried to backhand pass it to Doug. Wiley takes a spill. Incidental contact, so no penalty here. And it looks like she is a little hurt. She's limping to the bench. Certainly hope she's okay. Wendy Jason now pressuring forward. And the First Ladies having difficulty here in the last third of the period. Keeping it in the offensive zone. Flashing Pumpkins doing a good job. They seem to be energized by their last couple goals. Shot attempt from a tough angle by Wendy, but it's blocked well before it gets to Mark. And the ball is stationary, so the referees will whistle play dead. First Ladies getting a line change here. Flashing Pumpkins doing the same. 3-1 with under 4 to play in regulation time. Face-off win by the Pumpkins. Good forechecking by Cindy. She has control. Jams up to Sari. Sari tries to pull the trigger. And Wendy with the chance. Goes to Barb, in fact, but quickly stolen away from her. Sabi able to get to neutral, but not able to go any further due to the efforts of Jess Nayrod. Sari, no time to work with. She jams up the boards. Barb couldn't poke it out. Good keep by Kieran. Shot from the top of the face-off circle. Eileen makes the save, swipes it aside into the corner. Pumpkins putting the pressure on Eileen and indeed the entire First Ladies team. Goes in the air. Barb's going to beat the icing back. Shot, but it goes wide of the net. Kieran has control. Barb continues to put the pressure on him. Pass up to Sabi. Sabi chips it out, intended for Colin, but Sherry's able to hit it away in time. Mark tries to cover it up. It's still loose. Shot! Still loose, and finally, Mark is able to cover it up and pin Wendy's stick to the ground in the process. Wendy tried to elevate it over Mark, but he was able to make a sprawling dive and cover it up in the nick of time. Still 3-1. Still over 2 to play in the third. The First Ladies need a couple goals to tie it up and come away with a point in this contest. Had it all the way down, no icing, doesn't go far enough. Josh is able to get it to neutral to Ben. And just as quickly as it's in, it's out again. Josh has to hold up and allow his teammates a chance to get back on side. They do. Chips it up to Ben. But it's taken the other way by the First Ladies. Jess to Al. Allison Cheatham. Couldn't make anything happen there. It comes out of the zone. Jen McCulley tried to poke it in the First Ladies' defensive zone. Couldn't do so, but puck finds its way there anyway. She's able to forecheck and hold it up along the boards. Doug, backhand attempt. It goes wide of the net. Another shot towards the net. Goes around it, though. Nikki's clear attempt did not succeed. Nice swipe by her, though. She's going to try and clear it out. Her stick is held up by Ben. Another quick shot goes high and wide over the net. Ben off the boards looking for a fortuitous bounce. Finds it, but the shot doesn't connect. That one will, but didn't get enough of the blade on it. So Doug will be credited with another shot on goal there, but it will not count in the goal scored column as Eileen is able to see it and make the save. 35 seconds to go. Now less than 30 as the drop comes. Tied up at the edge of the faceoff dot. Good block by Allison to hold up the shots. Wiley Ruberg. Oh, tried to pass to Jess, but it was well behind her. Doug's able to keep it in play. Allison now brings it to neutral. Trying to pressure in the offensive zone. She keeps it there for a moment. Still in play. Wiley looking to score a late goal, but she's not able to do so. The buzzer does toll, and the final score is 3-1 in favor of the Slashing Pumpkins. A fast and furious game that was at a 1-1 stalemate up until this period. 2 quick goals by the Slashing Pumpkins earned them another notch in the W column. That'll do it for this feature game broadcast, folks. We have another one coming up for you next. I've been your play-by-play man, Jason Stitcha. Thanks to the DCHL production crew for all their work in putting the stats and penalties and so on so that they appear on your screen. We're going to throw it down to Suds, and he's going to have a player of the game interview. Once again, your final score, Slashing Pumpkins 3, First Ladies 1. More feature game action for you next on the DCHL network.
All right, here with Jenny O, player of the game here with the Slashing Pumpkins, coming off a 3-1 victory over the First Ladies. Jenny, you had 0 goals, 0 assists, but as you say in the business, stats really don't matter. They can't measure everything a player has to give to a team overall. What did you contribute today to the Slashing Pumpkins win over the First Ladies?
Well, first of all, I think the First Ladies are an awesome team. I was really nervous to play them. They're really good things. I think we just did really good teamwork, you know, staying open, calling for the ball, getting as many shots as we could, really going hard with the forechecks. So I think just good teamwork with the Slashing Pumpkins. So.
Great job as well. Now, this is your 3rd or 4th season in DCHL?
This is my, I guess I've done a lot of seasons.
Yeah,
like, I guess first into the 2nd season. I started like September.
Tell me how your game has grown from the first day you played here to now.
I didn't know what I was doing when I first started. I just I had to look to see where I was supposed to stand and everything. My team was just really helpful and just like being easy on me, and you know, everyone's just been really nice and helpful. So just a lot of practicing and watching NHL helps too.
Yeah, watching NHL. Hopefully watching the Islanders and the Capitals Game 7.
Watching the Caps win.
All right, thank you, Jenny. We appreciate it. Congratulations playing the game.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time on our DCHL feature game. Maybe in about 2 weeks or so, I have an episode as well, too. So take care. We'll see you next week.